Okay, my ed tech app that I decided to do my presentation on is TED Ed. So throughout the presentation, I'm going to be going over what it is and if it is worth using in your lessons. Okay, so first of all, what is it? TED Ed is a website that allows you to collaborate with other TED Ed talks to create lessons and share with students. So what does that matter to you guys? First of all, there are millions of TED Talks and TED Ed videos that you can choose from that will literally any topic that you are teaching, I guarantee you'll be on there. Also, it allows students to explore other TED Talks. And to me, that is a pro because having students see other kids and young adults do that will help them realize that they can speak out and make a difference in their community and that they will be heard. It also allows teachers to create lessons based around a video or a TED Talk. So when I made my account, I just made my account as an educator, and then I clicked to make a lesson and it pulled up a search bar, and you could type in any word or phrase or topic and it would pull up 6 videos, and you could pick from those videos that you could add to your lesson or use to enhance your lesson. One of the cons to that, however, is that when I did it, I just searched history, and that's a pretty general word to put in. So I just got videos for the History Channel, not really like educational videos, just more videos discussing topics, like factually. And so I tried to search a new word and it only gave me like some other videos and a few TED Talks, but basically to me the con is that there isn't as many TED Talk related videos that I could use in my lessons, but I didn't look at the other subjects. Okay, so now we're going to look at how it rates and compares. So I looked at it from Common Sense and EdSurge. So first is Common Sense. Common Sense rates them out of 5 stars. So at TED Ed got 4 stars. And for the pros, they said that it can make boring topics more interesting, which is really true because sometimes the students just need to take a second, step back, not listen to the teacher anymore, and learn from a different teaching style. For the cons, the non-video lessons were not that high of quality. So if you made a lesson through TED Ed that didn't include a video, your options were limited. It also works well for adding to the lesson, but you can't really use it to replace the lesson. We talked about Khan Academy in class and how that is a good resource because it shows you the step-by-step process, but it doesn't allow much room for exploration or asking questions or really diving deeper into the content. So it is really similar with TED Ed. You can use the video to like kind of use it as a different way of explaining it, instead of just having you continue to try to explain something that the kids aren't getting. But you as the teacher are going to have to fill in the holes that the video didn't really cover. And yeah. Okay, next one is EdSurge. It allows you, basically all it had was that it allows you to create and share interactive lessons. And other than that, it didn't really have any other information on TED Ed, which to me was kind of a red flag. I would understand if it was new, but TED Ed isn't that new, so it should have more reviews on there than it did. I don't know if that is just because teachers aren't using it or if they aren't aware of it. I know that I've had multiple teachers use it, so I feel like teachers are aware of it. Which kind of just leads me to believe that people aren't really using it. So I don't know if that's bad or good, but to me it was kind of a downside. Some apps that are similar to TED Ed are Khan Academy, like we talked about. It's just another app that includes videos to help explain the concept, but it just doesn't really allow much room for exploration and diving deeper, like I already said. Some other apps that I saw that were similar to TED Ed were apps like Coursera and Skillshare, which if you don't know what that is, it's like an app that you can look up a skill, like I want to learn how to knit. So you can type in how to knit and it'll show you a bunch of videos that can teach you how to do different skills. That was similar. I thought that was similar to TED Ed because like Khan Academy and TED Ed, it only showed you the videos. It wasn't an interactive tool that would allow you to ask questions or grow further or dive deeper into the topic. It was just kind of base level. This is what you need to know, and that was all you got. The biggest pro to TED Ed is that it is completely free. Anything you want to do on there, it's free. I made my account and explored and looked at the different videos I could use, and none of it said anything about premium or upgrading or subscribing to anything. So the whole thing is free, which is a big plus, and it's also very low risk things. So if you wanted to try it for one lesson and see how it meshed with your lessons, you could, and it would like no harm, no foul. Okay, for PickRat, I think it would fall under passive and amplifies because like I said, it doesn't really replace your lesson. You use it more to amplify your lesson and to make it so that it's another resource for the students to help understand the topic. And it would be passive because the student is just sitting there and watching it, unless they were using it themselves. So you can go on there and create an account for the student specifically, which can allow the students access to that at home. And so if they wanted to learn more about a topic that they found interesting in class, they could look up videos and things that they had on there for that resource. And if that was the case, that would make it more interactive, I think. For the EEE framework, I think it could fit under any of them, depending on what you use the app for, like I talked about with PickRat. If the teacher just uses it in their lesson, I think it would be more engage enhance, because it's engaging the learner by pulling them in, using graphics and having other characters talking instead of just the teacher, and it would enhance because it could make it easier for the students to understand whatever concept you're trying to teach them. For extend, I would say that could be considered if they were using the app outside of class. So if you gave the students access to that outside of the classroom and they found something interesting, they could use it to learn more about that topic. For SAMR, I said that I don't think it would be under transformation. I think it would be more under enhancement because it doesn't really go that deep into it. Like I had already talked about, it's not really like a substitution tool. It's more of like an enhancement tool. So I think it would just kind of be under substitution and augmentation, depending on how you use it. Again, if the students are using it at home or if you just use it to enhance your lesson. And yeah, that is the end of my presentation.